Hey, dude. Well, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to jump on a call with me real quick. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
You are the creator of the Outloud Reader App, which it converts text to audio for people who struggle with reading and visual disability. How'd you come up with the idea, man?
So my brother had a hard time keeping up with work and schoolwork. He was doing OChem and worked on a winery 60 hours a week.
Wow.
And so he needed a way to connect the two by putting any book or article of text into a smart device so he could do both at the same time. And from there, I took that idea to the Innovation Collective Coffee and Concepts. And they connected me with Dr. Stephen Moss, a
Yeah.
ophthalmologist, and he gave me the inspirations for the illiterate, dyslexic, visually impaired, and special needs individuals.
Okay, that's awesome, dude. And I read that you're not naturally outgoing, and that was kind of a struggle with you of talking with people. In 2017, were you only 15 years old when you went down there to the Innovation Collection?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
How do you overcome those fears, man, and then decide to ultimately catch up or connect with her, or Dr. Moss?
I had a lot of anxiety of not doing anything with my life, and I kind of had to overcome that. And I was like, well, if I want to do something, I have to start talking to people. So that was one reason. And my dad got me down there, kind of forced me to go there and start doing stuff.
Yeah, that's a great place, man. I love that hangout. The whole building is filled with just awesome people there.
Yeah.
But you ended up raising, though, $27,000 for the app, right? I mean, how did you come up with how did that process go? Or did you find yourself getting a lot of no's or rejections from people?
Yeah, so that was actually the hardest part of my entire business stuff I've been working on. I started looking for funding, I think, beginning of 2018, maybe late 2017. I was connected to the SBDC Small Business Development Center, and I was invited to a grant by the National Science Foundation for up to $1.5 million. Wow. And we continued working on that, and then they sent us the final, I guess it's kind of like contract thing that we had to fill out, and it was 180 pages long.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're like, wow, we'll need somebody else to do this. And so I had to go start looking for grant writers. And I found one, but it was going to be very expensive, and it was going to take a long time, up to 6 months. Wow. So that kind of fell through. And then we heard about the iGEM grant, which is a grant by the universities of Idaho, all the colleges, universities. They give you the labor and students that will help you develop this. You don't actually get any money. It's just kind of a intellectual property with those what students have and the abilities they have, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. And I mean, did you run into any doubters or naysayers when you started kind of pitching this idea around to friends and family and stuff like that?
A whole bunch of my friends were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, but you're never going to do anything." So it's great to know that I have showed them up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That is awesome. And you worked with students from the Sorensen Magnet School of Arts Humanities and the CDA High School Special Education Department. How's that experience, man? How's that feedback coming?
Yeah, it's actually doing really well. Sorensen, I think they have 2 or 3 classes now that are using the app and learning about it. Coeur d'Alene High School, it's going pretty well. We're having some hiccups at the district level just implementing the app. So that's kind of a shame, but it's got to happen. And we're kind of a big school district for Idaho, so it's kind of a first.
Sure. Yeah, that's awesome, man. It sounds like you want the app to eventually be free. From an entrepreneur perspective, what's the thought process behind that? I think that's awesome, by the way, that you do want to push that free. But what's the thought process behind moving that to free?
Yeah, so I want to. Right now, it's $3.99 on the App Store, and I have that because I got to pay for college, got to pay off investors, and then I want to make it open source so anybody can take that technology and develop other stuff, whatever they want with it. And I think it's a very diverse product that can be taken in like a whole bunch of different ways. Medically, you could do something that takes a photo of a pill bottle and then puts down your dates and times of when to take your pills and what's all in them. So there's a whole bunch of different directions this technology can go.
Yeah, absolutely. When you were a kid, were you into like building and designing stuff as well?
Oh, yes. I love Legos. I loved anything I could put together. I do lots of wood projects still. I won the I won district invention convention when I was in kindergarten, and I was supposed to go to state, but my family couldn't afford that, so I didn't go to that. I came first, second, and third places all throughout all my elementary career, so it's not a new thing for me to come up with weird ideas.
That's awesome, man. And on your Instagram your profile, you have you mentioned that you're a futurist. What's that mean, man?
I just want to develop this world to make it for the future, because right now it seems like we're kind of slacking. Like 1960s, we were in the moon. There's so much development happening, and then it just kind of slowed down, and I want to take us back to where we were then. That was a great time, I feel like. There's a lot of racial issues and a whole bunch of other stuff, but otherwise, as a culture, we were developing and moving forward quickly.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I read that you have some ideas for drones for the military. Can you tell me about that, or will I be put on like a hit list or something?
Oh, yeah. No, that was I think I was third or fourth grade, and I came up with this idea. It was like a little drone that you'd put, it was kind of like a little drone robot that you'd put in your backpack, and if you needed something to be scouted out, you just take it out, put it down, and it'd go crawl off into small spaces and do some reconnaissance and stuff like that.
That's awesome, dude. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And what updates I mean, you kind of touched base on this on the prescription side of things, but are there updates that you're working on right now for the app or looking to push forward here soon?
Yeah, right now we're just trying to get enough funding to do a big update push. We want to include QR codes, just make the app simpler, a document detection software, so the phone will tell you where the page is located on your phone screen, live reading, so you just point your phone at it, it'll start reading it. There's a lot of different ideas, but we got to figure out what direction this app specifically will be. And it seems like we're going more for the dyslexic. I keep hearing more and more stuff for the dyslexic individuals and population, so I think that's more where the game will be going. So we'll find out, though.
Awesome, man. Hey, I just have a couple rapid fire fun questions for you, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, dude. What's the best burger in town, man?
Ooh. You're gonna kind of hate me, but I like Red Robin burgers a lot, and I like Hawaiian burgers with pineapple and stuff. So
those are bomb burgers, man.
Yeah,
there's no hating there for sure, dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Do you have a favorite band or favorite style of music that you listen to?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of One Republic. I think they're kind of R&B, hip hop, but they also include lots of like classical music. They have a lot of violin, drums, and cello, stuff like that. So I listen to that. I listen to vaporwave music, which is kind of just like chill. It's like the futuristic version of spa music, kind of.
Okay.
And yeah, I like to listen to a lot of violin music as well.
Cool, man. Also want to give an opportunity to give a shout out to business partners, coaches, anybody that you're working with as well, and just anyone that you want to give a random shout out to.
My business coach, Warren Mueller at the SBDC, he's done a ton of work for me, and he's just been amazing. The SBDC is free, and it's paid by your tax money. So if you need your businesses helped with, I would definitely recommend looking up the SBDC. Great resource.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, I'm excited. Honored to be living in the same town as an inventor like yourself, dude. And man, excited to see where you take this app and future things you got put together, man. You're awesome, and from just someone that's in this town, I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity to be on this. You're the first person that's like contacted me instead of me having to contact everybody else. So that's a pretty big moment for me, actually.
Cool, man. Well, I'm excited. Thank you again for your time, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, have a nice rest of your day.
Thank you so much for watching the show. Please subscribe to our channel. Would really appreciate that. If you could please give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. And please check back. We're always bringing on awesome people for the Top Rated MMA show and entrepreneurs, world changers, and success-minded people for the Bearded Biz show. Thanks so much. Have an awesome day.